Hey everyone, welcome back to the ClearVoice Employee Spotlight series. I'm here today with Roxi, one of our content project managers. Hey Roxi, thanks for hopping on with me today.
Hey, Joanna.
You've been on the other side of these with the Behind the Byline series. Are you ready to be in the spotlight?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, awesome. Cool. So I'm going to start with an easy one. Just tell me a little bit about what your job at ClearVoice entails.
Yeah, newly in the content project manager role. I'm working with our customers. I'm working with freelancers. We're diving into our customers' needs and really fulfilling on the things that they need for their marketing team.
Cool. And when you think about the role, and I know it's new, right, as of the recording of this at least, when you think about the role or even what you did previously as a talent manager, tell me a little bit about how you think about serving our customers and sort of what that means to you.
Yeah, I think with my previous experience as a talent manager, I really get to dive into our freelancer specialties and the things that they're really good at, and utilize that to really serve what our customers need.
Awesome. What's your favorite part of that with the freelancer side?
Oh man, I love building relationships with our freelancers. When we can, really build that relationship, I know I can rely on them. I've seen them do great work in the past, and I can keep getting them some work that they really enjoy doing. So I love that part of it.
Awesome. And I know I shared a little bit about this on the company Slack this morning, but I'm talking to a lot of freelancers now. Even in the like 15 minutes I'm on with each one of them, I'm like, oh, you're so amazing. How can I get more clients to help you get more work? So I'm sure that's
Yeah,
been your world,
exactly.
right? For a lot
Yeah,
of years. So
yeah, definitely.
all right. So I want to ask you a little bit about content marketing now. And I know that your aperture into the world of content marketing has recently been opened in this side of this new role. But what gets you excited about the world of content marketing?
I think even something on the freelancer side of things, when I was sourcing and working with freelancers, it's always changing. So like that really leads a lot of creativity. You just have to always be like on top of your game and thinking in new ways that you haven't thought before. You can't just always rely on the same thing. And working with freelancers, you've got to reach out and say, hey, I'm trying something new. I love that. I love that part of it.
Sure. And I think it's now in this new role too, you're even more of a bridge between the brand and the freelancer, right?
Right.
And so you're that conduit and that communication is even more important. I'm excited to see how it unfolds for you. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So you've been around our customers for many years, as well as the freelancer side. And so you've probably seen your share of mistakes and things you wish you could fix. So I want to ask you if you could fix any common content marketing mistake that you see our customers making, what would it be?
Man, this is a tough one. I think a lot of content is data driven, right? Like you want to rank on Google. That's the whole point a lot of the time, right? But there's also a creativity element and telling a good story and being trustworthy, right? Like when you look something up, you want that information to be accurate. So I think balancing all of those things, like yes, you want it to be data driven, but creativity and all those things, I think balancing all of that is a big challenge.
Sure, especially in today and now, especially as the algorithms keep updating, that need for creativity and unique content and a unique voice and perspective is even more important, right?
Yeah,
There's still the
exactly.
data. There's still the real brass tacks of getting the traffic to come to the site or having content that's driving revenue.
Yeah,
And it's really
exactly.
important. So I know that's a real challenge. So I know that you have a new baby that probably keeps you up a little bit at night, but are there any content marketing challenges that keep you up at night as well?
That's so funny. Thinking about the consumer side of it, right? Like I Google everything, right? Like, is this normal? Like, when can I expect this? Right? And you're getting 1,000 different answers to the same problem.
Sure.
So I think on the flip side of that, I always want to make sure we're getting like our customers accurate, and factually correct and content. I think that's the thing that comes to mind all the time. It's just making sure like, is this really what the answer is? Is this what will help their audience problem
Sure.
solve? I think
Yeah,
that
we
that's
kind
the
of talked
big
about
one.
that a little bit last week in our when we're talking, we're developing just for everybody listening in a publish ready checklist, and Roxy's been on the team developing that, and it's really just a tool to help our team and our producers and our writers shore up the content that they're using and codify something a little bit to provide even more support around publish ready content that we provide our customers. And you were sharing a little bit about this on that call, and now I getting a different perspective of just like your care for the content, and really want to make sure that we're delivering something that's accurate, but also the best form of the argument, if you will, the best form of the communication as well for our
Right.
customers. So yeah, I totally get that. So are there any, and I happen to know what you've done in a past a little bit, but maybe this will share a little bit more with me too, but are there any industries you've worked in the past that really inform your job now and what you do now?
Yeah, in my past life, I was a special education teacher, so I think that helps me a few ways. I had to communicate pretty diversely and creatively. A lot
Sure.
of the students I worked with were nonverbal, so
Mhm.
that helps with my creativity, right? Like, how do I effectively get what I'm trying to communicate across to lots of different people?
Sure.
Um, I think the other part of it too is I had to project manage, right? So I was creating lesson plans, things like that, and for a lot of different kids. So I think that really helps too, just having that background of planning and
Sure.
projects that need to come up and how do I accomplish them, things like that.
Yeah, got that. Yeah. And I think too, you thinking about like finding the right talent. I mean, there is as a teacher, you're kind of create, especially as a special education teacher, I imagine you're creating kind of a unique lesson plan almost for each student, I
Oh
bet.
yeah.
And that it's not dissimilar to kind of creating a unique team for each customer as well, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Very similar there for sure.
awesome. All right. Well, I do have a last question here for you today. Knowing you just checked a career to do list thing off, which is taking this new role, what's next in your career to do list?
I think a big one for me, I'm huge on education. So I really want to dive into whatever certifications I can, just learning a lot more about marketing. I know it's always changing. So, just staying up to date on those best practices for sure.
Awesome. Well, Roxy, thanks again for hopping on with me for your spotlight today. It was really great. I always learn something new when I talk to every single person on the team. And I learned something new about you today as well. So I really appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
All right. And for everyone tuning in today and learning more about Roxy, if you need content for your business or you want Roxy to be your content project manager, go ahead and reach out to us at www.clearvoice.com.